Hey there, everyone. This is Ryan Matthew Pearson for Tech Dispatch on January 1st, 2015. Today we're talking about VPNs for consumers. First, let's go over what a VPN is. A VPN, otherwise known as a virtual private network, is a method of connecting a system to a private, often encrypted network remotely. A VPN can be hosted through a service or on a private server. Basically, what a VPN can do for you is if you're at a coffee shop and you're using a publicly accessible Wi-Fi, but you don't want everybody else in that Wi-Fi to be able to sniff through your traffic and find out your personal information or grab a password or two or any other information you wouldn't want them to have access to, you can create a tunnel between yourself and a remote system that is encrypted, and all of your internet traffic goes through that tunnel. This is a very, very cool thing, especially if your chief concern is privacy while you're out and about. A VPN allows you to do tons of cool things, including having an encrypted connection to the internet from just about anywhere. And when I say anywhere, I mean just about anywhere. If you're in Paris, France, and you want to connect using a VPN to a server located in the USA, whether it's hosted on a Windows or OS X or Linux machine at your house, or through a service, you can do that. VPNs also give you the ability to have remote access to files and systems on a secured network without compromising security in any big way. This is used very often by a range of businesses, from small businesses to large enterprises, to allow employees to work remotely and to troubleshoot issues on the local server without compromising security. VPNs can be set up either through a service or from a private server. So for example, you at home could set up a VPN server on your Windows, OS X, or Linux machine and access it from just about anywhere in the world, including from your mobile device using Android, iOS, or what have you. Enhanced privacy and security, even from your ISP, is another huge advantage of VPNs. Basically, if you use a VPN service that enables you to mask your traffic through that encrypted tunnel, your ISP could have no idea what you're doing. ISPs are notorious for keeping logs and retaining data from their users, especially if required by law. This is one way to keep your activities online a little bit more private. VPNs can also bypass regional internet restrictions. This is a big deal if you often travel abroad into countries like Russia or China, where they restrict their internet traffic quite a lot. You can connect to a VPN server located in the USA or Canada or the UK or any other less restricted country of origin, and your traffic will come to and from that country rather than from the restricted internet that you have locally. With every upside, there do come some downsides. For example, VPNs can reduce your internet connection speed. This is almost a guarantee. You will have a slower speed with a VPN than you would if you were connecting directly to the internet. And the reason is basically you're going to and from a whole nother server in order to get your information. This will cause your connection to slow down. Now, this doesn't have to be a serious hindrance at all. Some VPN services can give you upwards of 30 megabits per second download speed consistently. This is pretty good. However, if you're on fiber or you have a local 100 megabit per second or more connection, you may notice a slowdown when connected to a VPN. There's also no guarantee of anonymity or freedom of prosecution. This is a constant. VPNs will promise you everything from anonymity to privacy and all points in between, but in the event of a subpoena or other court-ordered data request, a VPN will give up your information very quickly. Now, that amount of information can vary widely. Some VPNs don't log anything. Other VPNs will log your connection activity, but not what you connected to or what data you received or sent. So you might want to check into your VPN's privacy policies before making a purchase. Also, VPNs are only as secure or trustworthy as the VPN provider. If you're using a VPN provider that you do not trust, you should not be connected to it at all. You are filtering all of your internet traffic through a single point of contact. And if that point of contact is not trustworthy, then you are putting your data at great risk. So please look into the reputation of that VPN provider before connecting in any way, shape, or form, whether they are a free service or a paid service. Reduced connection reliability is also a matter of fact for any VPN user. And the reason for this is because you have more points of failure. You're not only connecting to your local router and then to the internet, but you're also connecting to that remote VPN service, any routers that are between you and them, as well as the internet on the other side of your VPN. So there are some cases where you will find yourself without a connection. Also, the server itself for the VPN could go down, and that'll leave you really stuck. You'll either have to disconnect from the VPN, or you'll have to find another server to connect to. It can also be costly to overcome limitations. A lot of VPNs put tiered pricing in place so that you can only receive multiple connections simultaneously, or a certain amount of data, either upstream or downstream, at a certain price point. So it may be very cheap to have one concurrent connection and receive X number of gigs of data per month, or it can be very expensive to have multiple devices connected, such as your laptop and your phone at the same time, as well as an unlimited data stream. This has been your Tech Dispatch for January 1st, 2015. Today we've talked about VPNs for consumers. If you have a VPN service you prefer over any other, please list it in the comments section below and let us know. For the Tech Dispatch, I'm Ryan Matthew Pearson, and I'm out.